Me and Ma, we on the road. We back at it. Today we gonna be making Icarly cabbage. We got it right here. We got our cabbage right here. These called what they call heads.
Yeah.
We got 6 heads of cabbage. We got our pie right here. So what's the first steps, Ma? What we gotta do first?
We're gonna get all our ingredients together first.
And what ingredients we gonna be using? I see you got some onions right here. What's this over here? Trinity mix?
Yeah.
So we got our Trinity mix. We got our onions. How many onions do we need?
We're gonna do 1 onion in the Trinity mix.
And how many heads of cabbage we making?
We're gonna do all 6.
We're making all 6 heads of cabbage and the cabbage melt down, right?
Yeah.
We doing all 6 heads of cabbage. We got 1 proportion of Trinity mix and we're gonna be using 1 onion. So, Mom cutting the onion right now. You gonna dice it?
Yeah.
Alright. Alright, so first things first, we're gonna clean our cabbage with the all-purpose baking soda. Do I put the cabbage in here?
Hold on. It's 1/4 of a cup of baking soda. So for our cabbage, we're gonna take that outer layer off. Now, everybody don't do their cabbage the same, but this is the way I do mine. I don't like the core part, so I just cut around it.
So what's the significance of making cabbage and black-eyed peas for New Year's? What's the tradition behind that?
It's a tradition that goes for the new year. You cook black-eyed peas for luck and prosperity, and you cook either cabbage or greens for money for the new year.
Okay.
So in Louisiana, you'll find a lot of people cooking this in Louisiana for the new year. Another head, please. So most of the houses you go to this time of the year in Louisiana will have either greens or cabbage and black-eyed peas. My sister don't even eat black-eyed peas, but she will cook them for New Year's. But her family eats them, so they don't go to waste. Now, everybody don't cook cabbage like this, but this is my preference. But there's a lot of things you can do with cabbage. Like I know one year I went to a New Year's Eve party and they had boiled a half a head of cabbage in crab oil. You don't leave it in for long, but when you take it out, you're able to peel it and eat it. It's really good. Has all the spices soak into the leaves, into the cabbage. So yeah.
What you doing right now?
Just kind of pulling them apart.
Making sure they're clean thoroughly.
Yeah. So we're going to cut them in ribbons, just like we did the greens. As opposed to, you don't have to cut them in ribbons, but I like them that way because it's easier to eat. And you cut them in pieces like that. Now we got 6 heads, but they were small heads. Because once you cook them, they're going to cook down. So when you first put it in the pot, it might be filled all the way to the pot, but all the way to the top, but after you cook them, they're going to cook down. All right.
So you finna dice your onion now?
Yep. They don't have to be in small pieces because they're going to cook down anyway.
I know onions used in a lot of different things, so they're really good for flavor, right?
Absolutely. Onions, garlic, bell pepper, celery. So yeah, definitely flavor. Some people use water when they cook. I like to use broth, either chicken broth or beef broth, because it just gives it more flavor. So I'm going to peel like 6 bouillon cubes.
That's a lot, huh?
Well, it's going to be a big pot.
Okay.
And, you know, it's just going to, the seasoning's going to soak into the cabbage. Well, I might do 5. So this is what I use instead of water. Some people buy the cartons or the cans of
Broth.
But, you know, I just like to use the bouillon cubes.
You like the flavor?
Yeah. So we're going to fill our pot up with water. Well, not fill it up, because you don't want it too high, because the greens are going to cook down. Just going to kind of eyeball it.
About how long they take to cook?
About 30-45 minutes. It don't take long. This is a Trinity. We're going to put that in there. We're going to put the bouillon cubes and the onions in there. Now, some people put pickled pork. Some people put, we're going to do ham hocks, ham shanks. But anyway, I'm going to put ham in mine. This is smoked spiral ham, pieces of. I bought a pack. So I'm going to take it out and kind of cut it in smaller pieces. Do you have to? No, you don't. That's just my personal preference. Rinse it off just a little bit.
You want to use all of it?
Might as well. It's not that much. Just kind of stretches it a little bit. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and put this on the stove. Oh, and I'm gonna put a little salt in it. Now, when you're cooking with salt meat, like ham or any type of meat that has salt in it, pork, you don't want to do a whole lot of salt because it's gonna have salt in it already. Ham hock in my pot. We've already boiled it a little bit so it's tender.
That's the one from yesterday?
Yep. I'll put that in there. And it's gonna cook down. Okay, we're just gonna cut it up in some ribbons.
So we're gonna go ahead and throw these in all of our pots. Throw them all in the pot, and then we're gonna put it on
Like medium-high temperature for 45 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes.
all right, we're gonna go ahead and get all of our cabbage in the pot, and we're gonna get back to you when it's ready. So we got all our ingredients and our cabbage in the pot. It's coming all the way up to the top, and we're gonna check it out when it's finished and see what it's looking like. I got a finished product right here. We just got finished with the cabbage. I'm about to get a bowl, and we're gonna see what it's hitting for. Got my bowl of cabbage right here. I'm about to go ahead and try it to see how it tastes together. I'm gonna give it a bell. That bit seasoned perfect. Seasoned perfect. Not too salty at all. I could taste the taste of the ham. The ham is really good. That's a nice subtle taste. I like the consistency of the cabbage as well too. It's like right in the middle. It's not chewy and it's not too tough. My mama cooked this really well. Shout out to mom. We did cook it a little bit longer than 45 minutes though, because it was 6 heads of cabbage. As you can see, like the cabbage, how it boiled down, it do that. Because it's greens, but it was really good. And it's healthy too. I'm starting to notice, like, when you go out to these restaurants and stuff, not restaurants, but when you go out to eat, say like fast food, something quick, say you're on the move, you ain't never gonna see like greens or nothing when you go out to eat for real. You would see it in restaurants, but you don't often see greens in restaurants like that neither. Like, it's good to learn how to cook like home cooked meals, and I'm glad my mama took the time to like teach me, because like managing expenses and then knowing how to take care of yourself and be independent, I feel like that's really important. I feel like that's really important. So I'm grateful. I'm appreciative that I had the time to do that, And I think I'm gonna make a turkey next. I ain't never made a turkey before. I feel like that'd be a good idea. But I wanna keep cooking. Appreciate you for tuning in. See you in the next episode. Made it go Maddie.